Hello, and welcome to Nazstyle Raid Guide for normal Ultraxion, the 5th boss of the 4.3 raid encounter, Dragon Soul. Ultraxion has been my favourite fight so far in this raid, especially from a healer point of view. There are many mechanics to use and deal with in this fight, the main one of them being the big purple button. This button will send you back to normal phase for 5 seconds to avoid such things as Hour of Twilight and Fading Light. I'll go into more detail in this a little bit later in the video. The other cool gimmick of this fight is that each aspect gives you a power to a raid or the individual. Thrall, Aspect of the Earth, will decrease tank cooldowns by 50% and increase their duration by 100%, and Nazstyle will do a time loop, so if a player gets attacked by an attack that would have killed him, his health will go right back up to full health, but this can only be activated once per boss fight. I'll go into the other 3 buffs a little bit later, because they're all to do with healing. Okay, so the first ability I'm going to talk about is Hour of Twilight, and no, this has nothing to do with the gay movies. We're not becoming sparkly vampires. Alright, it will be shown by an electric bubble, the cast bar, and when you see them, you click the purple button. Because once you click it, you go out of phase, and the big bang effect, like from Elgalon, that happens during this will not kill you, so you'll completely avoid it. The next ability, Fading Light, is like a personal Twilight Hour. Puts a buff on you starting at 8 seconds, and if you just go out of phase before the 5-second mark on it, you will come back out and die, because the buff only lasts for 5 seconds when you click the button. So you can't do it too early. You really have to watch out for this. This was our main problem when killing this fight, because we just couldn't see the buff properly. So yeah, watch out for it. Also, in the description of this video I've put a macro. What this macro does is it uses the button for you if it's not coming up on your UI, because we had a couple of people who just the button wouldn't show up, so you know, if you're getting that problem, give this a go. Okay, now for the fun part of this fight. The first buff that comes out will be the caelestrasz buff, which is increasing healing done by 100%. This is best for priests, but if you're 2 healing, have 1 healer take it first, and then have that same healer take the last one. Next, we have the green essence of Ysera. This is the second one to appear. It will duplicate direct healing and share it among players within 50 yards. This is best for paladins. It's a lot like the glyph of Holy Light used to be for back in Wrath, where you would throw a Holy Light down and it would AoE out to everyone around it. It's amazing. And lastly, we have the blue buff, which is the magic buff of Malygos. It increases spell haste by 100% and reduces the mana cost of heals by 75%. This is amazing for druids, and this is why I picked it up after I picked up the first buff, because it is better than 100% healing. After this stage of the fight, healing gets so intense that you're really starting to so this is just a godsend. And hey, the extra haste on all your rejuvenations, wild growth, even just casting direct healing spells, it just increases your HPS dramatically. The reason why mana becomes such an issue near the end of the fight is because of something called unstable monstrosity. Every minute that the fight goes on, the cooldown on unstable monstrosity reduces by a second. So for the first minute, it'll be 6 seconds between pulses. Then the next it will be 5. Then the next minute will be 4. So when you're getting down to the last last minutes of the fight, you're getting 100k raid damage every 2 seconds or every 1 second, and this becomes insane. Just pop all your cooldowns, all your DPS cooldowns, all your healing cooldowns, and burn the boss as quickly as possible if you get to that stage. Okay, so the last thing you need to remember with this fight is to do a tanking. Whenever someone gets Fading Light, the tank that has aggro will also get it. This means the other tank has to taunt so that the main tank can go into the other realm to clear his buff. Also, on the Hour of Twilight, you always need someone to stay out for the big bang / massive damage that it does at the end of the timer. We used 2 tanks for this, taking turns staying out and popping a cooldown when they went out. But you can also use a Shadow Priest popping Dispersion or a Hunter popping Deterrence. Yeah, so if everyone leaves the phase at the same time, there'll be a massive raid wipe, so you always need somebody out. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm bad. I forgot to mention there's a 6-minute rage timer as well, because after the monstrosity keeps ticking down further and further and further, after it gets to the 1 second point, yeah, it will blow everybody up, which is not a good thing if you feel like living through this boss fight. So yeah. Anyways guys, thanks for watching again, and you know, hope you find it helpful. Yeah, so if you like it, subscribe, like it on the video page. Check out my website, www.nazstyle.net. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Enjoy and good luck on this fight. I love this fight to death. Makes me enjoy, you know, being a healer. So yeah, have a good one, guys.